Okay, fine. So we'll start first, okay, with the introduction of our organization. Okay, so I'll just give you a brief insight of what exactly we do. Okay, and what is our objective, and then finally we'll move to the next step in giving you the understanding about the course. Okay, so the whole course tour I'll give you, and then after that, we'll talk on all your queries with respect to CSV and CSA. Okay, Ramakrishna, I would just suggest you to go on mute. Yeah, thank you. So basically, our company name is Pharma Connections. Okay, and the objective of starting this company came into the picture in 2019. Okay, so probably on the onset of COVID. Okay, so you might be knowing that like a lot of jobs were going, and then a lot of jobs were coming in as well. Okay, so new opportunities were in the market. So basically, our understanding behind starting this company is that what exactly is happening in industry. Okay, so there are so many things. What happens in industry is unaware by the people who are in academics right now. Okay, and also the other objective of it is that people who are already working in industry. Okay, so basically into pharma industry and life sciences industry. So they might not be able to upskill. When it comes to upskilling, so there are a lot of challenges. Okay, either you are not getting enough time, or either there is no one to mentor you, or maybe some other personal challenges as well. And everything, if you are going to accumulate, then you will be getting only one scenario, is that you are not getting salary hike, or you are not getting whatever the demanding skill is in there in the market, so you are not getting in copper with that. So these all things we taken into a consideration, and then finally we formed this company. So basically our company is a private limited company, and it is registered under Karnataka. Okay, we are based out in Bangalore. The company name is EduTech Connections Private Limited. Okay, and Pharma Connection is our product. Okay, so it's more like a brand name for us. Okay, so we have the trademark and copyright for this particular name, Pharma Connection. And we are not only ISO 9001 certified company, so it's just that a generic certifications which everyone provide, but we are not only certified on one standards. Okay, so we are certified on three different standards. So we are ISO 9001 certified, ISO 21000 certified, and ISO 14001 certified. The reason behind going to 21000 certification is that we are training institutes. We are basically educational organizations, so we have the complete authority, okay, that we can issue the certificate based upon the course which we are going to craft. Okay, and parallelly along with that, we are ISO 14001 certified. The only reason behind that is that we are a virtual based company, so we do not own an office as well. Okay, our entire system is completely paperless. Okay, just like how exactly the FDA needs, okay, or their demand. And then along with that, the other objective of ISO 14000 is that system what exactly we built under Pharma Connection is completely virtual platform. Okay, so that's the reason we are certified on three different standards. We are also getting certified next week with Skill India. So we are also going to part of LSSDC, that is Life Sciences Skill Development Corporation of India. Okay, so we are going to be part of that. We are already in the process of applications and enrollment to them. Okay, so we'll get certified. Okay, on that. And then basically when it comes to our address, so yes, we do have our addresses. Okay, so this is our company, and this is our company registration number. We are based out in Bangalore. Okay, mostly into South Bangalore, you can say. And we have our official phone number, and then this is our official reach from email point of view. And we have our official website, and we you can follow us on our social media platforms. We are available on all these platforms. Okay, basically.
Excuse me, Ashutosh, I think your screen is not visible for me. I don't know for others. Can you please
Okay,
check?
just give me a minute. Okay, no issues.
Yeah, now it's fine. It's
Yeah,
coming up.
sure. So we are, as I told, we are a private limited company and based out in Bangalore. Okay. So basically, like the objective behind starting the company is to, it's more like a bi-directional. So the scenario was something like that. Let's assume that someone is doing masters. Okay, they are doing any life sciences courses of masters, probably like someone is into biochemistry, someone is into biotech, okay, or someone is doing chemistry or any other subjects with respect to life sciences. So the real challenges they'll be facing is that once their course is getting completed, I mean once they are done with the academic part, and when they are going into the industry, so industry is having a very dedicated demand, okay, that is not being covered in the academics, okay. So that's the reason, okay, we took into the consideration and then finally we formed this company. So that's the objective of our organization, is that we are here to breeze what exactly is happening into industry to academics, okay. So this one was our first concern. The second concern was the upskilling. So if you look at the core manufacturing pharmaceuticals domain, there are people who are working from last 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, 13 years, or different time intervals. And what exactly you are saying is that they are doing the monotonous work. So there are a lot of repetitive work which they are doing from years and years and all those things, and they are not showing any sort of growth. Okay, growth in terms of the promotions, growth in terms of the new skills, then growth in terms of their salary structures. So these all are the real challenges that we took into the consideration, and then we built this company. Okay, then yeah, definitely we started in 2019 on 14th Feb. Okay, we formally formed this company. Okay, and when it comes to courses, we have very limited courses. Now you might be thinking that why we are running so many limited courses. Okay, so the reason behind running these limited courses is that all our courses are job oriented. We are not here for knowledge sharing. Okay, so I mean definitely for knowledge sharing you will be having a lot of platforms available in the internet, okay, which you can avail and learn a number of things. But when it comes to job oriented, where the industry is looking forward, so we are only focusing on those particular courses. So we are currently having these many courses, which includes CSV, and then it also includes CSA, and then we have clinical research, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, and then pharmaceutical microbiology, and then we provide soft skills and mentorships. Okay, this particular course is completely free of cost. Okay, and it's going to be a lifetime free of course for everyone. So in case of any career, mentorships and career counseling you need, you can reach out to us at any point of time without hesitate. Okay, so this is our objective now. We are not only doing the training, so we are not only a training company, okay, or upskilling company. We are also into consulting. So we take up some small projects with respect to CSV, and we deliver them to the client. Okay, and for my profile, I basically a 9001 lead auditor, a certified lead auditor for QMS. So we also provide auditing services. Sometimes if it is needed, we outsource auditors and we get the job done. Okay. We also provide training to abroad. Okay. So in case if any company is having some sort of requirements with respect to any GXP training or any risk assessment training. So for all those scenarios, we used to cover that one. We have covered and we are covering right now as well. Okay. And apart from this, we have a team, okay, who look into GXP system assessment. So probably let's assume that you built a system, okay, or you built a software for any of your process. So if you want someone from the industry, a SME, to audit the system or to assess the system, that how exactly the gaps are there. So based upon that, we do the gap assessment for the systems as well. Okay. And as I told, we take some CSV projects. So small projects we take only with respect to validation approaches and all those things. Okay. So that we do, and we also help small companies in consideration to their QMS implementation or their IMS implementation in case if they have more than one ISO standards. Okay. And as I said, that career counseling and mentorship is completely free of cost. So this is free to everyone. Okay, there is no boundaries and limitations for these particular services. Okay, and yeah, so why actually we are different from what exactly is happening in the industry? So if you go and do your research, just Google out and find out that what exactly is the course fee of all the courses, what exactly I showed you. So you'll be finding either it is 10x or 5x of what exactly we are charging. Okay, so what you are facing difficulties over there is that first of all they'll charge you high amount, and then after that they'll be just reading the PPT. That is going to be a very basic concept in the industry right now in name of training. Okay, so they'll read the PPT and they'll not be telling you anything outside the PPT. That's what exactly we don't do. Okay, so our courses are designed in such a way that you will be having more of practical exposures in CSV, definitely, because CSV is more of a practical approach scenarios. So in CSV you are going to have a lot of live softwares. Okay, and hands-on experience on tools. Okay, and all our courses are up to dated with respect to what exactly is in demand with the industry. Okay, so basically, if I have to talk about a very recent technology which is going in the market right now, that includes your RPA, that is robotic process automation. So we have included that one in our course as well. Okay, then there is a new term which is coming as GXP, assessment and audit for systems. So that is also included in our course. Okay, then, as I said, the teaching methods, it is going to be very, very different from what exactly you are going to have in other courses or other institutes. So we have people who are exactly working in the industry and they'll be doing this on part-time basis. Okay. Then the course fee is going to be very reasonable, and we are the only institute in India where you can give the flexibility to the payment part. Okay. So let's assume that you are going to have 20,000, 5,000, or 8,000 rupees as the whole course fee. So you can pay it into part payment. You can pay 5,000, 7,500. You can divide the flexibility and you can pay as per your convenience. The reason of keeping flexible part payment is that we don't want anyone to burden from a financial point of view, because it's 8 years back or 10 years back, we were on the same page where exactly you are right now. Okay. So we don't want it to burden anyone. And then the next thing is going to be that all our classes are going to be live classes. We don't have any pre-recorded sessions. We don't do that one. Okay. And the good part is that with respect to CSV, you are going to have everyday QA session. Okay. So 45 minutes of live classes, 15 minutes of QA session where you can ask all your queries. Okay. And these all courses, all the classes is going to happen in our in-house learning management system. So we have our own, okay, indigenous application that is on the same name, Pharma Connections. You can find it on Google Play Store. Okay. So there only your all the classes will happen. You can attend the classes from mobile as well, from laptop as well. Okay. And all the classes recording, you are going to have it for 1 year. Okay. And study material will be given to you for the lifetime. So once you are going to enroll to the course, you'll be having study materials. Not only study materials which is going to be downloaded from internet, you will not be finding anywhere our study materials. It's all made by our own tutors and faculties. And then parallelly along with that, we'll be giving you the all possible questions which has been asked so far by all the IT companies with respect to CSV job. So those all questions are written by me. Okay. The entire question set is ready for 67 questions so far. Okay. So all typical and uh, tedious questions which has been asked in interview. So those all are have been drafted and it is ready with respect to the study material. And end of the course will be helping you out with CV and resume preparations, mock interviews. Okay. And then parallelly, we'll be providing you the job updates. We'll be providing you job referrals. At some point of time in some organizations where we have very good leads, we'll be scheduling your interview as well. But interview clearance is going to be completely your call. Okay. What we can help you over there is that let's assume that you applied for a job. Okay. And you are getting a call from some organizations. Okay. So that organization is going to send you job description. Once you're going to get the job description, then based upon that particular job description, you can talk to us for 25 to 30 minutes, probably 45 minutes as well, depending upon that, time flexibility. And then we can guide you that with respect to this particular job, how much you need to read and what all need to focus. Okay, because every company is having different products in the market and their understanding with respect to hiring is going to be very, very different. Okay. So these all we are offering. Okay. Probably most of you are knowing about the fee structure. And so this is about the company structure, okay, or company overview. Do you guys have any sort of questions?
I think Shiva raised his hand, so you can
Yeah,
take him up.
go ahead. Okay, I think they raised it by mistake. Okay, so probably I'll just give you the outline with respect to the course structure, that how exactly the course looks like. Okay, Siva, can you just go on mute, please? I'll just take up your question at the end of the session, Siva. Hope this is fine with you. Okay, so let me share the screen again. Okay, so basically this is going to be your CSV training module. Okay, and this module will be given to you at the start of the course. Okay, and you can cross check with every topic. Okay, you'll be having a track that whether everything is covered or not. Okay. So as I told, the same similar thing over here is that, okay, the only thing you're going to find out the difference is that you are going to have daily assessment. So whatever the topic will be taught with respect to that, you are going to get 10 questions, okay, for that particular topic. And then some topic you are going to have real-time assessment. So it's more like a homework for you, okay. And then you are going to have final assessment where you need to clear the exam with 70%, okay. And once you're going to clear the exam, then only you will be earning the certificate. Otherwise, certificate won't be issued. Okay, so this is all going to be common. Okay, now let's come to the course, course structure. So your classes is going to be online. Okay, it's going to be completely virtual, and it is going to be scheduled every week, Monday to Friday, in the application itself. And your class timing is going to be between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So there is going to be only 1 hour, either 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, the duration of the course is going to be 60 days. Okay, or it goes up to another 4 5 days plus minus will be there depending upon the batch understanding. Okay, and we are the only company in India you can just go and do your evaluation, so who provides software hands-on training. There is no company in the in entire country who can give you hands-on experience on CSV. So I can vouch for it because I'm saying it very confidently. You can check out any single institute who is going to give you the hands-on experience in software. I can tell you very confidently that there is no one. Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to topic, okay, so you are going to have total of 36 modules, okay, in 64 or 65 days, okay. So the very first module, it is going to start with the understanding of what exactly new is there in the industry, okay. So we are going to cover the digitalization in pharma industry, okay. So there will be having an understanding of industry 4.0 and pharma 4.0 concept. So you'll be learning that how exactly industry has evolved from industry 1.0, and currently we are in industry 4.0. So in industry 4.0, what level of digitalization and automation is happening, and how exactly pharma 4.0 is going to play a role in industry 4.0. So that understanding you are going to have. Then you'll be having a validation overview, okay, approach, where you'll be learning about what exactly is validation, what are different types of validation, why validation is important, what is validation, for what and all systems we need to validate, what is the difference between verification and validation, what is the difference between validation and qualification. Okay, so these all kind of general terms you will be learning because there's going to be overview of it. Okay, and then moving to the next module, you are going to have process validation. So here you'll be learning about what exactly is process validation and why for any process you need some sort of systems or some sort of automations or any sort of softwares for that. Okay, and then finally we'll move to the system, next module, which is going to be your computer system validation. So you'll be learning about that what exactly is computer system validation, why there is a need of compliance, it's what brings computer system validation into pictures. Okay, so the concept of data integrity and all the scenarios you'll be talking about in real with real examples. Okay, then we have covered another topic, which is going to be medical devices. So medical devices industry is again it's a evolving industry which includes software as a medical devices as well. So that is having FDA and EU, both regulatory bodies, how exactly they control, what are the risk parameters, and based upon that, how exactly medical devices are categorized. So those all concepts you'll be learning over here, and we'll touch up over here the concept of SAMD, that is software as a medical devices, with reference to ISO standard, that is ISO 13485. Okay, and then you'll be learning about a project planning tool, which is going to be PDCA cycle. You might be knowing about this particular common concept that is going to be plan to check X cycle, okay, which is used for any improvement process. Okay, so that you'll be learning. Then you'll be also understanding the role of regulatory authorities in computer system validation. So what all guidelines and regulations will come up into the picture that we'll be discussing over here. Then under module 8, you'll be having an understanding of GXP guideline. So you'll be learning about GXP, you'll be learning about data integrity, Alcoa, Alcoa plus plus principles, Alcoa plus principle, how Alcoa plus is integrated into any sort of software and systems. Okay, so that you'll get the understanding, and then you'll be having another set of document which is going to be GXP assessment. So here you are going to get assessment to complete, which will give you a clear understanding of what is a GXP system and what is a non-GXP system. So those clarity you'll be getting by doing that particular assessment. And then there will be a topic of data integrity, how exactly the data integrity can impact the system. So that we'll be talking. So a full 1 hour session will be there on data integrity. And the very next movement, module 11, you'll be learning about vendor management. So how exactly vendor management is handled, why there is a necessity of vendor, and how exactly the vendor entire life cycle work. So you are going to get learning on vendor management, okay, from risk-based point of view. And then finally, we'll be moving to infrastructure qualification. So you'll be learning about virtual infrastructure as well as the physical infrastructure. So how exactly those will be qualified? What is the basic difference between both these infrastructure? So that will be learning. We'll also give you a tour of AWS to make you understand that how exactly the cloud services works. Okay. And parallelly, along with that, you'll be getting an understanding on 21 CFR Part 11 and EU and Exer 11. So we'll give you the complete insight of 21 CFR Part 11, and you'll also be learning that how exactly this particular component can be incorporated into any sort of software. Okay, and what brings EU and Exer different from 21 CFR Part 11. So that understanding you'll be getting. Then we'll talk about GAM guidelines. So along with the GAM guidelines, you'll be getting both the editions as an access. So GAM is having second edition right now in the market, but we have both the documents. So you'll be getting access to both the document along with this understanding. Okay, so that will give you a clarity on what exactly you are learning. And then module 15 is going to talk about URS, FRS, PRS, and SRS. That is going to be user requirement specification, functional requirement specification. So those all topics we are going to discuss, and you are going to do the assessment over here. So we are going to give you a GXP system example, and with reference to that, you are going to do the assessment for this particular software. So you are going to write the URS, and then basically based upon that, you are going to do the initial risk assessment for those requirements. So here you will be understanding about risk management. So module 16 is going to talk about the entire risk management methodologies for handling the initial risk and as well as the risk at different level of software development and then software validation. Then how exactly the risk will be calculated? For that you have FEMIA. So we'll be talking about failure mode effect analysis, that particular tool. This one you are going to get a FEMIA tool from us, and we'll be talking about all the possible real-time examples with respect to the softwares. Okay, and you are going to see how exactly the RPN will be calculated and how we are going to bring out the RPN to the low level. So that and all you'll be understanding in FEMIA process. Then under module 18, we'll be learning about software designing. So what all designing tools is going to be used, that we'll be learning. Along with that, we'll be also talking about the backend designing, that is going to be the database. We'll also be talking about how the algorithm works for any softwares. So that one, and we'll also be talking about UI designing. Okay. Then coming to the next module, which is going to be module 19. So here you'll be getting understanding on SDLC concept. So basically, this is going to be in every job interview, if you're facing for CSV, you'll be finding something related to waterfall model, V model, agile model. So that understanding you'll be getting over here. So software development lifecycle topic is going to be for complete 1 week. Here we'll be teaching you all the models. So the entire existence of all the 8 models in the world. Okay, you're going to get an understanding, 1 hour understanding on each models. And then finally, we'll be moving on the development guide, that how exactly the software will be developed. So there will be a guide, or you can also call it as a work instruction, then how exactly the software needs to be designed and developed. So that also will be included with respect to module 19. And in module 21, you are going to get understanding on Agile. So Agile principle, how exactly Agile process works, and what exactly the Scrum Master is, and how Scrum Master framework is going to help any Agile project to get handled. Okay, so that will be getting over here. And then for Agile, you are going to get the certification on Cognizant. Okay, so we'll get your certification, a separate certification on Agile from Cognizant, and Scrum Master from Scrum Alliance. So these two things is going to be our responsibility. We'll get you the certification on both this. Okay. Then in module 22, you are going to get software testing lifecycle full stack. So how exactly the validation will be carried out, how exactly the validation plan will be made. Okay. And then what is RTM and all those things. So entire aspect of validating the product you'll be understanding in module 22. And then we'll be giving you hands-on experience on this particular software, which is going to be with respect to test management tool. So you're going to have hands-on experience on 2 different tools or application, you can say. Then defect management tool, also you are going to get 2 applications. Okay, hands-on experience. Then under module 25, you'll be learning about entire validation deliverables. So when it comes to validation deliverables, that is nothing but validation document. So those validation document going to support that the validation has been carried out. So for any category of software, whether it is falling under Cat 3, Cat 4, and Cat 5, you're going to get an understanding on how exactly the validation documents is going to be different, okay, and what and all documents is needed, how exactly these documents will be planned, how exactly these documents will be drafted. Also, along with that, you are going to get a complete set of validation deliverable for one particular GXP software, okay, for your references in any point of time. Then again, once the validation will be completed, then the product will go into the market. So that is called as deployment or hosting of the application. So that will be giving you the understanding of this, and again, how exactly the deployment happen. So for that, you will be having a deployment guideline, okay, or you can say deployment work instruction. So that topic will be included with respect to 26. So you can see here, you're going to get two guidelines or two guides. One is going to be with respect to the development, and one is going to be with respect to the deployment. Okay. Then moving ahead, you'll be having a topic when the product will be delivered to the customer or to the client. Then you are going to get an understanding on operations and maintenance of software. So over here, you'll be understanding how exactly the software will be operated, and in operation phase, in case of any sort of update or upgradations or removal of any features, how exactly it will be done in the software, okay, and how exactly validation is going to impact this particular process. So that you'll be getting understanding over here in module 28. In 29, you'll be learning about periodic review of the software. So depending upon the criticality of the product or your software, so periodic review has to be carried out. That's a mandatory component for any software. So how exactly that will be happening, that you will be getting over here, okay, in periodic review. Then under module 30, you are going to have data migration. So this is a new topic which we have included. So data migration is going to be one of those components where you'll be understanding about how exactly we are removing the legacy softwares and how the GXP data will be migrated to the new system. Okay. So here also you'll be getting one learning. Okay. Then finally we'll be moving to the decommissioning of software, where you'll be understanding that how exactly a software will be decommissioned from the users, okay, or from the market or from that organization or site. Okay. So in when it comes to decommissioning of software, we have a particular process. Okay. So a complete set of plan is there you need to follow, and then only you can decommission the software, because this is not a normal software. This is going to be a GXP software. So that you will be understanding, and then we'll be talking on software quality. So how exactly or what all different parameters are there which is going to judge a software that a software is a quality proof. Okay. So you'll be getting an understanding on that. And then we'll also be covering 1 hour session or 1.5 hour session on CSA. Okay, that is going to be a new approach, okay, of CSV. So we'll be talking on CSA as well. And then finally, you'll be learning about QMS deliverables. So in QMS deliverable, with respect to softwares, we'll be considering three modules. One is going to be your deviation and incidences. Okay. The second one is going to be your kappa, and third one is going to be your change control. So only these three components with respect to QMS will be handled. And in topic 35, it is going to be GXP system audit. So how exactly a system audit will happen for a software. Okay. And then what are all parameters you need to take care, and what and all need to or supposed to be checked with respect to any softwares which has bypassed or which has been replaced by your manual process. Okay. So that understanding you'll be getting it over here in 35. And then the last topic, which is going to be 36. So you are going to get ISO standards knowledge on four different standards, which is going to be 9001, which includes your QMS process; 27001, which is going to include your information security management system; 14001, which is going to talk about your environmental management system; and 13485, which talks about your software as a medical devices. So we'll get you certification on all these four as well. Okay. So this is all whole through of the course structure. Okay. And we are starting the batch from tomorrow. I'm done with my part. Now, if you have any sort of queries, you can just go one by one. So if you have any sort of queries, you can just ask with reference to any sort of CSV questions. You can suit your questions now. Shiva, your voice is not audible. Can you just be more clear? Sorry, I'm not. Can you just write it down, Shiva? Can you just write it in comment? Please do
You can
that.
write in the chat box, Shiva.
Hello.
Apart from Shiva, if anyone has any queries, you can shoot the questions.
Vishnu,
M-
Anita, Amrita, Himanshu. Yes, Anita, tell
From
me.
my side, no questions.
Sandhya, Amrita, Himanshu, Mohan, any questions?
Hi, Nilava. May I know the frequency of hands-on experience given to us on these
Yeah.
projects or anything?
Okay, so in context to, I would just like to say, Anita, so in context to the softwares, you're going to get a total learning of total six softwares. Out of that, two softwares you're going to have hands-on experience where you will be doing the validation. And to carry out validation, you are going to have four different tools. Okay, so how exactly a CSV project will be handled or how exactly a CSV activity will be handled. For that, you need to have understanding on four different software. So total of six softwares you're going to have hands-on experience.
Means where would be the softwares would be like for
Yeah, so we will
HPLC?
Yeah, so we will create the account for you. We have the software. Okay. We are tie up with some organizations, okay, who deals into GXP applications, manufacturing and all. So we are tie up with them. So you'll be getting a login credentials for that, and then parallelly along with that, you'll be carried out with all the activities.
Those are all details would be in our certification, right? Whatever the
Exactly.
projects.
Yes, yes, it will be.
Thank
And
you.
one most important part, what Ashutosh already covered during his presentation, that along with your entire certification with respect to the CSB, you will be also having two different certification. One is from Cognizant and another is from Simply Learn, that is from related to Scrum Master. So that will be two more, advantages for you. So we have a tie-up with them, and they'll be after completion of your specific program, you would be having that.
Any other questions from anyone else?
Uh, hey, hi, I'm
So,
Sandhya.
yeah, Sandhya, just give me one moment. Sorry to
Uh,
interrupt you. So, Siva, your
yeah,
question was with respect to our in-house learning management system. So, if you'll go to our website, okay, and if you'll go to the footer part, you can just find it our application. So, you can either go there or you can directly go to Google Play Store and you can download our app, Pharma Connections. All our classes will happen over here itself. So, this is our in-house LMS, that is Learning Management System. I'm calling it in-house because we developed it.
Ashutosh, can you again share your screen? I think it's not. Now
Oh,
it's visible. Yeah, now it's visible.
okay. Yes, Sandhya, go ahead. You can ask a query.
so, hi, Ashutosh. Actually, I
Yeah.
just now joined the call. So, can you just give me some synopsis, like what happened and what this call is regarding? And
So
also,
this call was, yeah.
yeah.
So this
Mhm.
call was basically an outline to make you understand that what exactly the CSP course is going to include. If you have already enrolled for the course, then you don't have to worry. You are going to have this session repeated again tomorrow. Okay. Because tomorrow is going to be the orientation day for our session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, tomorrow's timing will be 9 to 10, right?
Uh, that timing will be deciding upon the complete batch formation Sandhya. But the classes is going to be between 8 to 10 p.m. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Ashutosh, I would also request you, like, we have already completed few of our courses, and that is already mentioned, like how what is like the achievement people have done. So if you can just showcase that same part, that it would be also understanding for
Uh,
others.
Sure. Yeah, definitely I'll do that. So, you can do one thing. You can just go to, why, we don't want it to do because people take it into different perception. Okay. So, I mean, every people is having their own different mindset and all. So, we don't want it to showcase that one because we are not into, advertising it in that way. But I would just suggest you that if you can go to Google and put Pharma Connections Bangalore, you'll be finding our reviews. Okay. So these all 167 Google reviews are all going to be completely organic. Okay. So it's not that not even a single one is paid. Otherwise, if it is paid, that we will not be relying only upon 167. We could have reached either 2000 or 2000 or 5000 like that. At the same time, if you can just go to our website and you can go to our success story, so you'll be finding all the people who have been placed, okay, in different organizations through our courses. You can directly, in case if you're finding that this is not genuine, you can directly click on their LinkedIn account, okay, and then you can connect with them. You can ask about our courses, how exactly we teach, what exactly we cover, do we miss anything, or is it something like that? Whatever was committed is not delivered. So all those scenario you can ask. Okay. More than that, I really don't wanted to promote this thing because I don't know, but my ideology is very different on that aspect. There are few more faces which is going to be added. The only thing is we don't add faces without their consent. So that is again another thing. So first we take the permission from them that we are wanted to advertise their names, and then only once they say, then only we go and proceed to do that. Anything else from anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. So thank you guys. I believe if you don't have any other queries, if you have anything, you can just reach out to our official number. Okay. So our official number is going to be this one, 8660877518. And then from here, we'll take it up. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. Thanks a lot,
uh,
sir.
so you have anything? Sorry to say, Siva, but your voice is not audible. It seems like you are
Yeah,
outside.
actually, I'm in journey. There is
Okay.
some network issue.
No issue. You can just shoot your questions to WhatsApp. Okay. I'll be able to take it up. Okay.
Yeah, it's anything.
Yeah.
Start from the end of and that's the given. Then we can take a call with you.
Sure.
Immediately.
No problem. Yeah. No issues.
Sure, sure, sure.
So our class will be started from tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. It will start from tomorrow, Vishnu.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Anita, you were saying something?
No, no, nothing from my side. It's okay.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, guys. Bye. Good night. Take care.
Right.